Welcome to Wyoming State Library's digital collections. Wyoming Newspapers. This video is on setting preferences. Once you are inside the database, you can change preferences by clicking on Preferences on the left. The preferences will only be good for the duration of your search or until the database times out. Notice the tabs at the top center of the page. You can change preferences for your search, the results of your search, and how you view those results by clicking on the tab and changing options. First, we will do search options. Notice this list of fields. It is a list of metadata fields which are available for your search, and you can use these fields as filters to narrow your search. The settings you see are the default settings, but you can add to them or change them by clicking the checkbox. What this does is add or take away any of the fields that will appear in the search panel. The search panel with the default setting of fields will give you the ability to search by newspaper name, county, city, year, month, day, and page number. Let's say you want to add the ability to search by volume and issue. Just check those boxes and click on Save. Now your search panel also gives you the ability to search by volume and issue. For the next part of the preferences, it is important to know that you can search using three different methods: keyword, concept, and pattern. You can choose these from the drop-down menu on the search panel. What is important here is that you can set preferences for these types of searches. You can go back to adjust your preference settings by either clicking on Preferences or clicking on Search Options at the bottom of the search panel. The natural language expansion controls the relationship between related words or concepts that might be relevant to your search. This setting only takes place when you have chosen concept from the drop-down list on the main search panel. We've set the default setting to strong synonyms for the natural language expansion, but you can change that by clicking on the drop-down menu. The next one is the word expansion limit property. It indicates the maximum number of expansion words for each concept query term that the search in the database semantically expands. Like with the natural language expansion, the word expansion limit only takes place when you have chosen concept from the drop-down list on the main search panel. The higher the number, the more the search expands the search term. We've set the default in the middle at 20 words. You can adjust this, though, by clicking on the drop-down menu. Maximum number of spellings for a pattern search. This indicates the maximum number of expansion words the database will use for each term being searched in a pattern query. The lower the number, the lower the results may be. The higher the number, the more results with varying spellings. The default is set to 20, but you can make it less or more by clicking on the drop-down menu. Fuzzy spelling half words. The database splits words that are greater than 7 characters in half and performs fuzzy spelling on each half. For example, to fuzzy spell Mongolian using half words, the fuzzy spell algorithm will run on Mongo and Lian, as well as Mongolian. Fuzzy spelling for half words is most effective, while fuzzy spelling in pattern searches over OCR data. Yes is the default for this, but you can uncheck the box if you do not want the database to look for half words. If you aren't sure what any of the preferences are, just click on the question mark to the left of it and it will give you an explanation. The results list options controls what fields show up in the results list that is returned when you perform a search. You also can control things like how many results are displayed on the page, the number of results retrieved, and how the results are sorted. The way the settings in the field list are configured determines how results are displayed in the results list. The default setting is to display results with city, year, month, day, and page, but you can add to them or change them by clicking the checkbox. The number of result hits to browse at a time is defaulted at 25. This means that 25 search result items will be displayed per page. You can adjust this down to 4 or as high as 1,000 by clicking on the drop-down menu. The maximum number of documents to retrieve is defaulted at 500. This is the lowest setting. You can set it higher by clicking on the drop-down menu. The higher the number, the potential for more results retrieved, but this can also slow down the speed at which the results are returned. Document summary type governs the way that search hits are displayed in the results list. The options are None, Top Lines, Query-Based, and Center Hit Mode. None displays only ranking numbers, titles, and library names. Top Lines displays the top lines of the document. Query-Based displays the highest ranked hits from the document. And Center Hits Mode displays the highest ranked hits, but it ignores sentence boundaries. The default value is None, but you can change this by clicking on the drop-down menu. Document Summary Maximum Sentence Length property controls the maximum length of the sentences displayed in the search results list, but only if the summary type option is set to top lines. The default value is 200, but you can change this by clicking on the drop-down menu. Document Summary Maximum Sentence property controls how many sentences are displayed in the search results list, but only if the summary type option is set to top lines. The default value is 2. This can be changed to 5 or 10 by clicking on the drop-down menu. Show File Size determines if the size of the file is displayed within the search results list. The default is for it to not show the file size. If you want the file size displayed, click the checkbox. Result List Display Format controls how the search results list is displayed. You can change the setting by clicking on the drop-down menu. You can try the different formats so you can see which one you prefer. The default is the column format. Sort By allows you to choose to sort the results list alphabetically by metadata field. There are 3 sort levels. You may sort with a primary sort field only, or you may add a secondary or even a third priority sort. The default is Find Rank for level 1 and Page for level 2. You can change any of these by clicking on the drop-down menu for each level. You can also set each sort level to display in ascending or descending order by clicking the checkbox next to where it says Descending. Unchecking the box will have it sort in ascending order. The preferences in the View options control what information is displayed while viewing the opened document. The Fields list controls which metadata fields are displayed above the document in the document view screen. The defaults are Title, Newspaper Name, City, Year, Month, Day, and Page. You can change any of these by clicking on the checkbox. The remaining view options determine highlighting of text within the document and how the document is displayed. Highlight text inside the document controls if search hits are highlighted inside retrieved documents. The default is set as On. To turn off, click on the check in the checkbox so that it disappears. Highlight text inside fields controls if search hits are highlighted inside retrieved metadata fields. The default is On. To turn off, again, click on the check in the checkbox so that it disappears. Document markup style controls the default search hit highlight markup style for text documents. HTML shows color-coded hit highlights in the document body and metadata. XML shows color-coded hit highlights in the document body and metadata, and also displays a hit highlight navigator in the document metadata, allowing the user to jump from hit to hit. TXT does not highlight search hits. Don't worry about the editor format setting. It is only for administrators who can go in and manipulate files. PDF display style is an important choice to make. The 2 options are single page view and full page view. Single page view does not give you the toolbar at the bottom of the document that allows you to zoom and print. Full page view gives you the toolbar. The default is set to single page view. Here's a tip. If you are in single page view and have opened a document, click on the Show Image icon at the upper right side of the screen. The document will open in a new window and the toolbar will then be displayed. For any PDF help, please see the PDF help link on the main website, which gives web address links for the various PDF viewers. Don't forget that for your preference settings to take effect, you have to change the preferences before your search and you have to hit the Save button. Take some time to explore the various settings and see how they work for your searches. Some of the settings might enhance your search, while others just don't work for your search strategy. And remember, if all else fails, you can restore the settings by clicking on Restore at the bottom of the preferences or exit the database and go back in. This will set everything back to the default settings. If you have any questions, please contact the Wyoming State Library. Thank you.